It's Nisha here, using the voice of Wednesday in case anybody's curious. I hate the natural sound of my voice, so fuck that. Until I'm done voice training, this is what you get for the next 3 years. I don't know. Anyway, let's do a very basic config tutorial here. We don't have a Navmesh. We're fresh in the game mode. Step 1, press submit, motherfucker. There you go. Now we can test zombies and they'll act normal. That is a necessary step to every config, and make sure you press that button first. Set up your settings, and then always press map submit. Quite important. You cannot miss that detail, whatever you do. Now, there's no Navmesh on here, and we need a Navmesh, so this doesn't work because, well, I don't know. The devs are interesting people. So what we're going to do is use console commands because that seems to be the best method of doing anything, and, well, that's more intricate than it ever was before, but I'm going to try giving you shortcuts. Now, we need navmark walkable. This is very important. Okay, yeah, never mind. You need cheats set to 1, so make sure you do that. Set your cheats to 1. And then wherever you're standing, we'll create this cone, and we'll begin your Navmesh, basically. You don't usually need too many unless there's multiple floors, but I'm gonna put multiple anyway, just to be safe. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's multiple floors on this map, so we're not gonna really need much. Now, that's it, I think. I don't even know if you can go outside. Yes, you can. I'm gonna ignore that really for now. We're gonna focus on the main room, just to make things easy. So, this is simple. Everything's done, nav generate, and start from this template. Let it do what it needs to do. It shouldn't take that long. It's not like an RP map, and you should probably stay away from those types of maps, to be fair. The map pool for Gary's mod and nZombies is kinda lacking, I'm not gonna lie. You have to be very creative with what map you want to use. Something I've been lacking lately. Back into creative. Now I'm gonna have to resubmit everything because I forgot to save it like an idiot. Don't mind my back doors. It is what it is. I'm actually smarter than that. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and resubmit. Gonna go back into my Navmesh. Now we have a Navmesh, but here's the problem. We're gonna need to clean it up. Because, okay, well, it's not the best generation of the world, I'll tell you that now. I'll show you how to clean it up. It's really not that bad, because this map is kinda... It's alright. It's not terrible. There's not things everywhere. So, these tools have changed a little bit. So, yeah. Make sure you use /save or /load instead of using the menu, because the game likes to crash on the newer versions. I don't know why, it just seems like it is. I'm just gonna name SFNAF, I don't know, or non-basic. You can name it whatever you want. But as you can see here, the zombies will get stuck here. So what I like to do is I like to split these. It looks like controls were slightly changed. That's lovely. Ugh, this is so bad. I miss the old tools, I really do. Anyway, edit is what you need, I suppose. And you see how this is clipping in here? Pretty lame, right? Snap to grid 2. You're welcome. Problem solved. Take this, and do this, delete it, and zombies should path normally around this. I don't like this, so I'm deleting it. They don't need all that extra space anyway, it's fine. They're not gonna throw mute at you. Now, I'm surprised it didn't go around the tables. I guess for some reason, it's a little silly. So, I have to do this manually, which is a good way to showcase things. We'll start with here. Split it here, because that's where the tables are. Just outline it. Use geometry. Don't worry about it too much. Not a big map, so it's not gonna get that cluttered. Just use geometry skills, and you will be fine. I can't see shit because they stick the glare on my screen. Yeah. Line it up, use the guidelines to the best of your ability. So now, boink, boink, boink. Good old days you used to be able to select it, but for some reason you can't do that anymore. So, this is kind of what you want it to look like, for the most part. Just get rid of the squares that are occupying the tables. Again, don't worry about it being, like, overly perfect. It's fine. As long as things are connecting, you should be Gucci. It's so hard to tell, sometimes, if there's a nav square underneath where I need it to be. You can honestly leave all this. It should be okay. I don't like how this looks. We can clean this up. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it now. Let's just get the basics down. It's really simple. Like I said, just follow the geometry. Then you will be fine. The zombies are gonna knock into these chairs. So, what you would want to do is really, to prevent them from flinging all over the room, is use your prop remover. Highlight them. It's very annoying. I wish you could make them static props, but in order to do it, you really have to just follow what I just did. And, yeah, fill in the blanks. Slap that chair on. Put it in place. And don't touch it, or else you get slung at. You sometimes can die. But, yeah. Anyway, back to the navmeshing, which is pretty much good for this room. I'm only gonna work on this room, because, like, why not? The rest isn't too important. I'm not gonna go ahead and do a full map. There's someone else who's working on this map, and I'll let them handle the rest. So, we have our nav mesh. You must do nav_save. Boink. Now it's good to go. Let me make sure that there's no tables. being screwed over. Okay. Everything's good. Everything should be fine here. Now that that's saved, you want to do nav analyze just cause it helps stabilize your nav zones if you want to run nav zones. And I think there's other features that I just can't really explain. So it's the way it has to be done. I don't know how else to explain it. Make sure you save it again afterwards, of course. You really should analyze it after your nav mesh is completely finished and polished, because it can create issues if you analyze it and then make edits and forget to do it again. And sometimes analyzing it works some of the nav scores with attributes that tell you zombies will get stuck here, or this is a blocked area, blocked by a door, stuff like that. I have so much time on my hands, it's ridiculous. Once again, I think no, I didn't forget to save. Okay. Like I said, load. Now, I'm just gonna do this like I have in my previous videos. You need these. You need player spawns. Set them up. I would use more than 4. Use like 8. 5, 6, 7. And then special spawns. Do one of these. I'm gonna put them on stage. And then save it again, because this is your base template for any config. That's it. You can now start the game. However, there's no spawns and Ds set up yet, so go back to your zombie spawn trader, but make sure you uncheck the master spawner, and then just place zombie spawns where you think they make sense. I'm gonna put them in random spots, because I really don't care. Oh yeah, this type of stuff, by the way, is quite obnoxious. You don't need this stuff here. So go back to your Navmesh, and you see I already analyzed it, so I kind of have to do it again. But it's not super important. It usually doesn't mess things up. I'm so used to selecting. Just make sure you're highlighting the yellow nav square and not touching one of the others. Otherwise, you get left with chaos. If that makes sense. Yeah. That's cleaned up. I'm just gonna save it again. As you can see, look, it says it needs a full analyze because I made changes. But don't worry about it. It's not too big of a deal. I'm not even using nav zones. Oh, and fun tip. If you want to use nav zones effectively like this, right? When you have navgen, unhook everything that goes outside, right? Do this. There's no entrances, no squares going in there. So, watch this, ready? To get the nav zones, if I remember correctly, I gotta find a tool here. I think it's zombie settings? Yes. Nav zone based spawning. Submit again. Save it. Right. Outside. And now as you can see, everything I click says outside. Except anything in here. Inside. Boink. Inside. 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 Outside. So, back to your Navmeshing editor, I'm sorry. Connect the areas again. That way you have your zones. Now, I would be careful when editing nav meshes, and, you know, you have to do that every time. Just saying, you create a new square, you have to apply that nav zone attribute every time, so it can get a little tedious. Just be careful and save every time. And there you go, the nav mesh is done, or the nav zone is done. Obviously this is a FNAF map, so I think it's called Fedrix. No, FNAF Cannon. There you go. Okay. I'm not gonna mess with too much here. Submit it. Let me set up a done. This is different. I got more stuff than I did before. It's been so long since I played this. I'm gonna use that. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna use that. And then I'm gonna use the USA knife because it's pretty good, I guess. I'm gonna submit it. Save it. And here we go. I don't think I'm missing anything. Very simple tutorial, nothing crazy. I forgot to put a mystery box in there. Oops. That's fine. You spawn here. Spawn here. Is this doing any fucking damage? Okay, yes. Yeah, I didn't really mess with the chairs, so... There you go. That's all it takes.